Hello and welcome back to Thoughts, Feelings, Emotions. I'm your host, Dan Weller, and I'm joined you as always by excellent co-host Danny Frankham.
Howdy, everybody.
You seem very happy today. It's not like you.
Yeah, I don't know. Life's been good to me recently, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe next week I'll be horribly depressed like I normally am. But for this week at least, you've got cheery, happy me. So
So we're going to start off with the section of what the F have you been... Okay, I did go well. What the F have you been up to?
see, because I'm in such a good mood, I'm not even going to comment. Anyway, I have been, mourning the loss of Daft Punk. Sad to see them go.
Oh, that's what I read.
Yeah, the legendary DOJs have broken up after 26 years of being musicians.
I only know one of their songs.
Better, Harder, Faster, Stronger?
I know two of their songs.
They're a good band. Do you know I'm Up All Night to Get Lucky?
That's the other one.
There's a lot of good ones. But yeah, they broke up. I'm guessing due to COVID and whatnot, and they're just like not touring anymore. And they went, now's probably a good time. The music industry's probably going to be destroyed, so why not just cut out now on top, where we're like one of the best DJ bands ever.
Huh? Fair enough.
Yeah,
like I said,
I liked some of their songs. I was never the biggest fan, but it's sad to see them break up. It's not that great. And then I've also been listening to the Last of Us podcast, because I really enjoyed The Last of Us.
How dare you, traitor, trying to recommend another podcast. You should know this is the only podcast to go to.
I'm under the Sony payroll, so this one's an official PlayStation podcast dedicated to The Last of Us. It was it came out at the just before the launch of The Last of Us 2. And then it was a recap and getting like the actors all together to talk about the first game and what their experience was on that. And then they do the second game and talk about the experiences of doing that and everything and the lead up and everything to it. And it's a very interesting podcast. Like you learn some behind the scenes stuff about the game, how the actors were feeling when they did some of the emotional scenes, like the thought process as to what the story is and whatnot. And anything about that game I love, so...
And I still know very little about that game.
You'll watch the TV series when it comes out on HBO.
I probably
if
won't.
we get HBO over here.
I probably won't watch it, but whatever.
Well, it might go to Sky. Do you have Sky?
Not Sky Atlantic.
Yeah. Well, whatever HBO comes out on over
It's
here.
usually Sky Atlantic.
Yeah. Well, get Sky +1 or whatever it is, and then get Now TV. They always seem to have HBO stuff on it.
Yeah, but I'm not paying that much money for it.
Well, you don't pay for it much anyway. I should probably get Now TV. It seems to have a lot of stuff on there.
Maybe. I want to watch it.
Speaking of a lot of stuff on it, I've been checking out Disney Plus Star because that came out on the 23rd, and I was just like, well, time to have a look at what's on there, and not a lot, to be honest. Not as much as I thought they were adding.
There is a lot, but it just doesn't come up on the first page. You have to search for it. But it doesn't have what's there.
They also don't have Deadpool 1, but they have Deadpool 2. They don't have Logan,
yeah,
which
but
is what I
Deadpool 2
wanted.
is the better one.
I like Deadpool 1 and 2. I like them. I like Deadpool 2 a bit more, but I do like Deadpool.
I think it's because of the servers. They can't put too much stuff on at one time. They have to rotate it.
I also think that they also have licensing problems, that they still have stuff licensed out to other studios because it's still on Netflix. Deadpool is still on Netflix at the moment, so if you want to watch Deadpool, you have to go to Netflix, and if you want to watch Deadpool 2, you have to go to Disney+. Still nowhere to watch Logan, though. Also, they added X-Men Apocalypse, which I'm like, why have you added that one to the library and
Was it not already there?
No, it was Dark Phoenix.
Was that the only one? Was A Days of Future Past was there as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, but who cares about that one?
But a lot of people, that's not you.
Yeah, that's not a good film.
Once again, a lot of people disagree.
No, it's bad. It
ruined. Disagree.
No, I'll tell you why it's a bad film.
You're not going on about. You go on about this every single podcast. Stop.
Because it's a bad film.
Stop it.
Anyway, what did you get up to?
I started playing the Zombies Outbreak game mode. Came out recently in Cold War. I don't know if you know anything about it.
Nope, nothing. Don't care. I'm done with COD. COD is done for me. I just don't care about COD anymore.
It's an open world zombies experience.
Fascinating. I've never cared about the zombies mode.
I only care about zombies. I don't really care about anything else. The new zombies mode is all objective based and round based, so you have to continue to complete objectives. And it's all about how many objectives you can complete before you die, instead of how many rounds you complete. So you actually have to do something, which I think is a lot better. It's entirely open world, like I said. There's like vehicles now you can run over zombies and stuff. It's just a bit more of a about thoroughly thought game mode.
Unlike all the rest of the game, so
Okay, I thought you were heavy, but just gonna
I am happy, but
Complain
I'm
about him
not
and
happy
didn't
when
play.
COD comes into the conversation. I'm just sick of COD. Like, I used to be a COD defender, and then they fucked up Modern Warfare 2 remake, so I'm just done.
That's the
with
only thing
them.
you care about. You're just salty about that.
Exactly. They
There's no reason.
fucking
There's no reason
No.
to be salty about it.
no, because they remastered the entirety of Modern Warfare 1
Why do you
with
care?
because I wanted to play Modern Warfare
You
2
can play
again.
it anyway.
Yeah, but I can't really do it well because I want to play it in crisp 4K.
You have a PC.
I don't have it on PC. I don't want to buy it
PC.
because I don't want to buy it on PC. I have it on PS3 if I want to play it again, but I want to play it on a PS4 or PS5.
You sounds like a very much of a first world problem you have there.
Yes, but it's the fact that they went, oh, we'll remaster all of Modern Warfare with the multiplayer and the campaign, and then they just went, oh, we'll only do the campaign, the thing that no one cares about, and they didn't do the multiplayer, which people wanted.
I mean, I didn't care about either. And
I
even if
wanted
they
the
remastered
That's
multiplayer,
because
I
you've
still
never
want them.
you've never played the multiplayer on Modern
Exactly.
Warfare 2.
So why would I buy it?
Yes, because then you get to experience it again, or for the first time.
I
And
did actually use the i4WX version, which is
Right.
like Modern Warfare 2, but it was ported, so it's got a few mods on it, fine tweaks. Basically, a lot of people prefer it to the actual first Modern Warfare 2, and I didn't really care about it.
Yeah, I just
Because-
like Spec Ops. I just wanted to play Spec Ops again.
And the other thing I watched was the time lapse of the death of the universe.
Yep.
So it went through like the next trillion years, and it went through until there was literally not an atom left.
Well,
And
except for the ones on the screen, Dan.
haha, very funny. Classic joke. And yeah, it was quite interesting to look at everything. Apparently our universe is very, very young, and life can only exist in a universe for a billionth of a billionth of a billionth of a billionth of its percent of its life. And scientists believe that a universe creates intelligent life to try to create a new universe.
So we can all fuck.
That's not what it... okay. Yeah, it's cool
So we
anyway.
can all fuck.
And ever since I watched it, I've been in a kind of a big daze.
Because Dan likes to watch people fuck.
No, just looking at the death of the universe. Put me
Watching
into a
people
daze
fuck.
for the last 2 days straight.
That's a lot of porn to be watching, Dan.
Yeah.
Get a hobby.
So let's go on to the next topic of why does this exist?
PS5 cooling fans. I don't know anything about this. You tried to explain this to me.
Yeah, so a company won't mention for discrepancy reasons of whatever. They invented some cooling fans for the PS5, but they blow air into the outtake. So if you're those who don't know, that's a really bad thing to do because it just heats up the console.
Yeah, and the console already has a massive fan and a massive heating block.
Yeah,
So it doesn't really have an issue with cooling.
basically, don't buy anything that any cooling fans for PS5. It doesn't need it.
Nah.
Because the only way you could do it is blow it into the intake, but you have to do it without restricting the airflow. But we wouldn't have that in the PS5. It doesn't have that design.
Just get a Hoover and stick it to the back and turn it on so it sucks out all that cold air or warm
That
air.
could also work.
Also, that's terrible for your console.
Yeah, but
'Cause-
I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Because
That was,
if you did that, it would be rotating the fan inside, and the fan isn't designed to go at that speed, so it would end up breaking the fan inside your console, making it worse. So don't do that if you were going to do that. Yeah, and speaking of consoles and gaming and whatnot, a US politician is trying to ban video games once again, because every time something bad happens in the world, someone tries to ban video games, even though there's been countless studies and multiple things disproving that they result in violence. But this time it's trying to get GTA banned because of recent influx of carjacking.
wow.
So people breaking into cars, and then some US politician is trying to get it banned in Illinois because they think GTA makes people break into cars because you could break into cars on GTA.
Oh wow.
You know, logic. It wasn't
Yeah.
like carjackings happened before video games.
No,
and-
it was completely caused by carjackings.
yeah, this debate is so done, and I just every time it comes out into the world, it's just like, stop trying to do this.
Yeah, it's just many old people complain, it was video games that caused all this violence. No, you did. You just hit it all the time. And you just didn't make it so it was well known. It always happened. It's just with more cameras and more CCTV. It's
Like,
more evident.
World War II was caused by COD, right? That was why COD happened? 'Cause
Yeah,
World
it
War
was
II.
COD that made World War II. Then World War II then made a new COD.
Yeah. The art imitates life, or life imitates art? Which one, man? Which one? Which one is it?
I don't know. But we have a lot of news topics to talk about this week. Because for some reason, no matter how many times I tried to condense it, the answer is always no, even though it's my podcast. Apparently.
We have an obligation to the people to talk about everything and every minute, stupid little thing that comes out in the news.
So hold your
and
horses.
I skip through quite a lot of it, but these are the ones that interest me. So
this is hold your horses, people. It's going to be a big one.
These are going to be rapid fire.
And we're going to start off with stream that movie news into my head.
Bang, bang, bang! Anyway.
Okay.
Marvel gets The Punisher and Jessica Jones rights back from Marvel.
Oh,
from Netflix.
Yeah. They got back from themselves.
They got them back. Marvel got them back.
I still haven't watched those TV shows, and I probably never will.
Watched the first season of Jessica Jones. Never watched the second or third because it's 26 hours of apparently mediocre moodiness.
So basically, just David Tennant makes it good first season.
Yeah, but he's back in the second season apparently.
Oh right.
Somehow, I think he's an illusion in her head. Spoilers. And then The Punisher is the great. Love both seasons. Best of the season 2 is amazing for Punisher.
Okay.
And then I really want to see those versions get brought back into the MCU. Maybe they'll get more stuff now. Maybe there's been rumors that, well, we'll go on to Spider-Man news. The new Spider-Man title is No Way Home.
So what do you think of it?
I like it. I don't hate
think it's
it.
better than the other ones they were saying. So before they they kept revealing different titles.
Yeah. And this makes more sense in terms of the time travel-y multiverse dimension hopping that it's going to be doing.
Also, he's on the run and can't get back home.
Yeah, and also because he might not return to Marvel because he's only got 1 or 2 contracts left.
No, this is the last one on his contract.
Well, you keep saying that, but I'm pretty sure he has a contract with
it's revealed.
them.
When they changed his contract, this is the last one.
When they changed his contract, he had 2 movies. And maybe that's changed since then, but from as far as we've heard, he had 2 Marvel contracts. But anyway, there's been rumors that Daredevil might go into the Spider-Man as Peter Parker's lawyer.
There's been a lot of that. Wait,
it's either that.
Has Marvel got the rights back from Netflix for that yet?
Yeah, they got Daredevil back first because it was it's I think 2 years after the show's ended.
Right.
So Daredevil had ended before season 2 of Punisher and season 3 of Jessica Jones. So
right.
I don't think they have Iron Fist or Luke Cage back yet, but I'm sure they're not that fussed about them because those are apparently the worst of the series.
Are Marvel allowed to keep the same actors and the same characters?
Yeah, they just get all their rights back. So I don't know if they could. I'm sure they'll pay a fuck ton of money if they aren't.
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah, we want
because
this.
people really enjoy those characters portrayals, like Jessica Jones, Punisher, Luke Cage. I guess maybe Iron Fist is a bit iffy. A lot of people didn't like him. And everyone loves Charlie Cox as Daredevil. He's a very good Daredevil, and I really would be sad if they recast him.
Isn't that Daredevil's like the blind guy, right? Who can still fight crime.
Yeah, he's the Batman of the Marvel things because he's blind and can use echolocation to see his enemies, and makes more sense to be a bat than Batman does.
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure Homelander won't like him.
No, Homelander would fucking hate him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Homelander-esque characters, there's potentially going to be a new Superman movie by J.J. Abrams, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I'm sure I butchered that name.
Well, I'm glad it was you, because I keep trying to say it and I can't say it.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, because I don't really like J.J. Abrams as a director, and I don't really care about Superman. So.
Yeah, I would happily argue that Superman is the worst DC character.
Yeah, and
or
also,
most overhyped DC character, I should say. But not the worst one.
There's also been rumors that Henry Cavill won't return, and it will be a different actor, and they're looking at the potential of having a black Superman.
People will be upset about that as well.
People will be sad about it, if anything. I'm sure. There are black Supermen in the comic books. That's the thing. So
see, I have an argument for this, say the black versus white characters. Most people who say they're against it is because they say the character wasn't black in the comics or something like that.
It's the James Bond argument. They don't want a black James Bond because he's not black in the books.
However, my argument against that is what about the hair color and the color of the eyes? That changes.
Yeah.
So why should color of skin make any difference?
Because, Dan, they're racist. and they don't want a black man in the role. It's like when it's just dumb. But it's the against Idris Elba as having him as a James Bond. He would be a sick James Bond.
I want him as a James Bond.
He's got the charisma of James Bond.
He definitely should be a James Bond.
Yeah, I want him as James Bond. He's a bit too old now to do it, but when he was in the running, like when it was like rumored when Daniel Craig was actually going to leave, and rather before Sony gave him a shit ton of money to do this last film, then it would have been Idris Elba.
I think I'd actually rather have Idris Elba than the Daniel Craig one.
Yeah, everyone would. Idris Elba's fucking sick, man. Like, I would rather have him than, like, I know Tom Hardy and Tom Holland and...
I think Tom Holland's a bit too young.
Tom Hiddleston. Hiddleston. I meant Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, he could work maybe, but I don't think he's got the quite same charisma as...
No, but, like, all the ones they throw about are like, no, I'd rather just have Idris Elba.
Yeah,
He's just so suave and dreamy. I love him. He's great. But yeah. Speaking of suave and sexy, there's going to be a new Supergirl.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Yeah, so they've cast Supergirl for the Flash movie. I keep forgetting that there's going to be a Flash movie.
Yeah, I mean, I might actually watch it. I like the Flash as a character.
Yeah, but you don't like Ezra Miller. He punches women in the face. That's true. There's video of him pushing a fan who comes up to him in like I can't remember what country it is, and he pushes her, and he's not a great person. He's also apparently horrible to film with. So. Oh,
also, there's another topic you forget to mention on this list for movie news.
Yeah. We'll get back to it. I'm just trying to find the actress's name. Sasha Callies, Supergirl. Yeah, I don't remember where she's from. I don't think I've seen her in anything. Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Amber Heard's been sacked from Aquaman 2.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Apparently she's getting replaced by Emilia Clarke.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think it's to do with the Johnny Depp case.
Yeah, well, if Johnny Depp gets fired from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them or whatever the fuck the next one is, and she doesn't get fired from Aquaman 2, it seems very
sexist.
Yeah,
because the court ruled that they both beat each other up.
They're both fucking despicable people. So the fact that if a woman gets like to keep her job just because, well, sexism, and like they're afraid that it's seen as sexist to fire her, then it's a bad look on either part.
Yeah, I mean,
like neither one of those people is a good person. Like Johnny Depp had a reputation, then kind of squandered it. Still probably not bad. Amber Heard's just kind of Amber Heard, I guess. I don't know much about her. I've only seen her really in a couple things.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know much about her. I just know she was an Aquaman too, and she no longer is. She's been fired. So
yeah, and I mean, Emilia Clarke's fine. I don't really care about Emilia Clarke. I
don't like Emilia Clarke. She seems like a nice person.
I know she's Daenerys. She's just she seems nice in person, but I don't like her acting.
I suppose I suppose you've seen in Solo and not really Game of Thrones. You haven't really seen Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I've seen her in Solo. I was gonna watch the Terminator reboot that she's in, Genesis or whatever one she's in, and then I was like, no, I don't care about the Terminator franchise. And then I haven't seen her in much. I know she's in a romantic Christmas movie, and I was like, maybe I'll watch that. And then I was just like, nah. So I don't have much to go on, but she seems nice in person. I just don't think she's that good an actress or actor.
Based on what movie? Well, you don't like?
Han Solo.
So your point is invalid.
No, what you mean? What you mean? I'm a straight white man. My point is more valid than anyone's.
Let's move on to the next topic of We Lost the Control of the News.
Cue the intro again. That's not there because you don't edit them.
I don't have any time. I don't think people understand this. I have no free time at the minute, and I have to do all this because you find the links and I do the editing. But
one seems easier than the other. But yeah, so on the first bit of news, Twitch replaces Metallica rocking out at BlizzCon with generic music to avoid DMCA takedowns. And
the comedic part about this is just that Twitch kind of did themselves in.
No, it's more Metallica doing themselves in because Metallica is sort of the band that is like, we don't want people using our music for free and sharing it with the world, and we want to get paid for every time it gets played and whatnot. And so they've been hitting a load of people with DMCA takedowns and whatnot. And then once they're on a BlizzCon performing live at Twitch had to block it because otherwise they could get TMC takedown. And it's just funny because it's really generic music over one of the most famous rock bands ever.
I don't think I know any Metallica songs.
I'm sure you would if you heard them.
Maybe.
Like their early stuff, I'm sure you'd hear. Their newer stuff, probably not. Like, I don't know any of their newer stuff. Like, I'm sure I can't name any of their songs because I'm terrible with music. I can't tell you a song. I can tell you if I've heard a song based on if I hear it. Like, if I hear a song, I can tell you if I've heard it. But if I could not tell you the name of the song.
No, I'm kind of similar. Some songs I can.
Yeah, I just don't, because I never read the song names. I always just listened to the song. I just never read the
Well,
name.
I never actually used to listen to the lyrics. I just used to listen to the beat, and that was it. Until someone pointed out, like, you should really start listening to the lyrics, and I did. I was like, okay, I never knew any of this stuff was here.
But yeah, this was BlizzCon, and BlizzCon is Blizzard and Activision Blizzard, and now Activision is warning that a standard 500 gigabyte PS4 may no longer fit Call of Duty Warzone, Black Ops Cold War, and Modern Warfare.
There is definitely a problem with all this.
Yeah, they seem to not understand that people want games that aren't as big on their hard drives.
I think
Also,
some of the trouble
not
is that
everyone wants to play COD.
it's just the massive open world side of things. Like, they have so many big maps now.
They really need to lower their texture packs and make it so that in-game hardware builds it up again.
Well, on PC, you can actually choose quite easily which ones you want or not. So, stupidly on consoles, you have, I think, data packs are called or something like that.
I'll tell you why it's dumb. Because when you not install something, it then won't let you play the game. Because the amount of times I've gone, oh, okay, I don't want to download this data pack. You can't play the campaign or the multiplayer until you download the Spec Ops one. And I'm like, why? Because they tie it all in.
Luckily,
So if you don't download the pack or whatever it is to get the update to the Spec Ops, because it's also tied into the campaign and the multiplayer, you can't play the campaign or the multiplayer. It's dumb, and I hate it. I'm done with COD.
Luckily, on PC, I can manually install each of the components, and it all works fine.
Yes. But you're also still playing a COD game, so...
Yeah, I mean, you got a problem with that. Go suck yourself.
No, I would try all day if I could.
Okay. Talking about trying, Sony has been trying to set up their PS5 internal storage for this summer.
I thought the easier the segue there would have been talking of storage rather than...
Well, you know what? It works either way.
Yeah. Yeah, so as maybe people aren't aware, because not many people have PS5s, I am included not
All right,
in that
no need
list.
to brag here.
You can't actually add internal storage yet on the PlayStation 5 because the SSDs that aren't available yet. So
Essentially,
they
there's no reason
disabled.
for it. They're just Sony being awkward.
No, but they went, we want to make it sure that there's enough of these SSDs available for people to buy. And there's no real reason. You can still plug in a hard drive and have only PS4 games on it, because you can't run PS5 games on a normal hard drive. You have to have an SSD, but you can't plug in an SSD into your console and have it run PS5 games. It's all very complicated.
So what
and
size
unnecessary.
internal storage are you going to get?
Depends on how much I can afford, because they're like 200 quid.
It's like 100 quid per terabyte, usually.
Yeah, I'd probably go 2 terabyte because I'd want as big as I can, and then I'd
big on
probably
2
put.
terabyte.
Yeah. But I don't want to spend that much money, because what I'll probably do is I'll buy a 2 terabyte SSD, plug that in internally, and then have a 4 terabyte hard drive plugged in just for PS4 games.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But, remember, all the new games are getting bigger and bigger. Look at the cards.
Yeah, I already have a 4 terabyte on my normal PS4, so I have like.
But it's not nearly filled up.
Yeah, that's entirely filled, but that's every single game I have.
Yeah.
Like that's including COD, like Warzone and shit, and Modern Warfare. But yeah, I mean, soon people will be able to play PlayStation games on PC.
I mean, this is good if you want to play the games.
Yeah, if you want to kind of experience it. PlayStation seems to be loosening their grip on their first-party titles. So it started with Horizon Zero Dawn and that one where you walk around with parcels. Death Stranding.
Don't know
and
that
you're
one.
It's like the weird, creepy one where you're just walking around with. It's the one with the memes after
I've
it. Where
heard
people,
about it. I just don't know what it is.
yeah, it's apparently okay. It's the guy. It's based on. It's from the guy who made like Metal Gear Solid and whatnot. Because he got fired from Konami because him and Konami were bashing heads because Konami wanted to fuck him over and whatnot. So he got fired and then he went to Sony and Sony grabbed him up and he made Death Stranding. And because of the hype around Metal Gear Solid and people love that franchise, they wanted to play as Death Stranding, and apparently it's okay.
Well, it's all on coming to PC.
Yeah, so Days Gone is like a zombie survival game where it's like massive hordes of zombies and you ride around on a motorcycle.
Right.
Yeah, I've never played it.
Well, let me know when Miles Morales comes to PC, because that's the only one.
That won't, because
I
they
know
will
it
never
won't.
they will never let Spider-Man go.
That is probably that, and probably God of War and Last of Us are probably the
Yeah,
three
they'll
biggest
never
franchises.
let those ones go. God of War, The Last of Us, and they'll never let those ones go.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
I don't blame them, to be fair. But
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it because I'm like, yeah, it's kind of going the Xbox route where you don't have exclusives anymore, and it's just like I need
they
to
still have the three big ones.
Yeah, but you
they
only
will
play
get
the last.
sales just for the three big ones.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Ragnarok will only ever come out and it'll just sell like hotcakes.
Because I was still tempted to get a PS5 just to get Miles Morales and nothing else.
I'm surprised you haven't bought the PS4 one.
I don't play my PS4.
But they gave you a transition period.
For what?
You could buy the PS4 version, and then when you get PS5,
But I'm
it
not going
upgrades.
to get a PS5.
Well, why not? Then why do you not get the
Why
PS4 version? Why not get the PS4 version if you're not going to get the
Because I
PS5?
never played PS4. I'm just not going to play
you
the
want to
game.
play? You want to play the game?
I
Though?
want to play it, I just won't play it.
Just pay it when it's like £20 or something.
Yeah, maybe. But
Buy it when it's
PS4
cheap.
is so slow. I don't like using it anymore.
Well, then if you ever do eventually get a PS5, just get the free upgrade.
Yeah, well, it's big if I ever get it. I might get one like the last 2 years of
There
its
need to
cycle.
be one available for you to get it.
I said last 2 years of its cycle, maybe. Just so I can play that one
Oh,
game.
by then they'll have just finally broken the scalpers.
Yeah, just then. I'll get one then. Maybe.
And by that time, they might have introduced the next generation of PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation have finally stated that they're actually working on a new PlayStation VR.
I mean, this
It's
is
all
pretty
just been-
obvious.
Yeah, the PlayStation VR is the best-selling VR headset out there.
Because it was cheap.
Yeah,
the
and
time.
also everyone wanted a PlayStation.
Yeah.
4. So everyone wanted to play VR and they got a PlayStation, so why not buy a PlayStation VR? And I have a PlayStation VR, barely use it.
I think
I just
VR
don't have-
still
I don't have
hasn't kind of kicked off yet. Not fully.
Yeah, but you need these earlier ones that build the foundation.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
like
I see.
normal consoles. They need to the big thing they have to do is fix the resolution because
And the hassle of setting it up. With this one,
Yeah.
it's only one wire, so that's a positive.
I mean, you say it's only one wire. It's like I suppose there's no box, isn't there? That's what you mean. Like,
Yeah, like the box is annoying.
I mean, the
Like
box was only there because the PS4 wasn't powerful enough by itself.
Yeah, so they needed a sort of processing thing to just.
Yeah, I think it was just a
up it.
normal, like a GPU. I think it was essentially.
Also, it didn't have the internal like capacity to actually do anything, so it needed to be able to switch between like two lenses.
Yeah,
So it was a very complicated system. It still works, and I still enjoy playing it from time to time. I just haven't done it in a while.
good old Beat Saber. I will still argue that Beat Saber is the best VR game to ever come out.
Yes, I would. Yeah, I'd say Beat Saber is a really good game. I like the VR room chat thing or whatever it is.
Oh,
Just
that one,
wait.
Rec Room.
Yeah, that's the
You
one.
told me to download it, and then we just never played it together.
No. Well, you stopped playing on PlayStation VR.
Oh,
So
that was
I'm
ages
like-
ago. It was like ages ago. I downloaded it. Then I downloaded it, but when I downloaded
You
it,
never
you
told
stopped
me
playing.
you never told me you downloaded it.
I did. I told you straight away.
No, you didn't.
I
No.
did. And then
You
you're
never-
like, cool. And then just kind of talk about Destiny.
You never told
Alright.
me. You never told me.
I
I would
did.
have remembered. Because I would have gone on. I would have played. Speaking of things we would have played together, BioWare confirms major work on Anthem is officially stopped.
Which means Destiny might even get even more because people might go to Destiny.
Well, I would have put this in the what we've been talking about section, but I've been playing Outriders demo,
Right.
which is another sort of Destiny 2 knockoff.
Is it any good?
But this time it's all right.
Is it better
It's a
than
third.
Destiny?
It's a third person. It's a third person one, but I've only played like a slight bit of the demo. And it's third person, and I'm not sure I like third person because I'm terrible at shooting in third person, and it's a very heavy shooting game. but it's all right. I think it's okay, but it's kind of similar to what Anthem's going for. It's a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of cutscenes. It's got better combat than Anthem at the moment, from what I can tell. But yeah, it's got very heavy Anthem vibes, which may or may not be its downfall.
I'm gonna go for that is its downfall.
It looks good though. It's been delayed continuous like a lot to actually polish it up and fix it and make it good.
The trouble is, if you can't compete with Destiny, you're not gonna do it.
Yeah, but Destiny's so far out there, and it's a very specific game that it gets tiresome after a while. Even Destiny players get tired of it. Think of me, I got tired of it.
I'm still enjoying it. I just don't get to play it as much as I want. Because everyone else brings me to other games. I was like, I want to play Destiny, but no one else does.
I'll play it once crossplay is enabled, because you
Yeah.
want to go back to a PS4 or PS5
Yeah, why would I
or
do
whatever.
that? It's so slow. You have to understand how slow it is on PS4.
It's not though. I can
It
deal
is.
with
It's
it.
so slow. It's like 2 minutes long to do anything.
Yeah, that I'll give you. It's slow, but I don't care that much. You can go and look at your phone.
Yeah,
It's
but I don't look
fine.
at my phone. There's nothing on my phone to look at. I don't look at social media or anything. So I was like,
But yeah, so yeah, it was weird because there was like an update and it was like, we're working on this. Please don't forget about this game. And now they've just gone. No one cared, so we're just probably gonna cancel it and stop
Yeah.
work and just admit defeat, and we can't fix this game.
it's gone.
Which is a shame because I was really looking forward to that game.
only because you wanted to be Iron Man.
Pretty much. And it didn't live up to my hype, and then Marvel's Avengers came out, and that didn't live up to my hype either.
That
The one
should have
game
been a looter shooter. If it wasn't a looter
No.
shooter, it might have actually succeeded.
I don't know why they do, but yeah, this is also Square Enix, so this might be another one of their Anthem clones that it shouldn't be a looter shooter.
Yeah.
But it's 3-person co-op, so if I'm gonna try and maybe convince people to play it,
Good luck with that.
yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle. But uphill battles are just my specialty. I'm trying to think of a segue. I know BioWare is owned by EA. EA has now patented technology to let players stream full games before they download.
Wow.
So
Okay.
whether or not this is gonna ever happen, because they did something similar to this with Battlefront, the first one, where you could download and then you could play like a little segment before where you're like Darth Vader and you're walking around just slashing stormtroopers in Hoth before the game fully downloaded, so you could just do that whilst you waited.
That's kind of cool.
So,
I kind of like that.
I imagine it's kind of like what the PlayStation said that you'd be able to do, is where you'd be able to download like a section of the game, like first person, like single player or multiplayer, and then you'd be able to just play single player before the multiplayer downloaded. But this is like it's gonna stream the game before it downloads.
I think that could be a good way of actually doing games in the future as well. You know, it might actually
Yeah.
fix this kind of too much storage to do, because the whole problem with streaming games is the input lag for competitive gaming. You cannot have this massive input lag.
Yeah.
Even Stadia, for how great it was, it still had a massive input lag.
Oh yeah, Stadia's going down, down. Some
And-
more stuff about Stadia, but I don't have it up on here, and I don't want to go look for it. So
I think xCloud is a lot better, but it's still there. It's still got the input lag.
oh no, it is there. Yeah. Well, we might jump to it quickly.
So
Google
maybe-
and
sorry, I was going to say.
no, go for it.
I was just going to say, like, this could be a way of fixing the input lag. If you could somehow have all the kind of controller-based stuff that you need for movement and stuff downloaded onto your system, and then have animate some other stuff like loading, streaming it.
Yeah. Well, I'll jump into this because this is also relevant. Google, id, and Bungie are subject to a Stadia lawsuit because what they basically claimed was native 4K streaming, and it was upscaled. So it wasn't actually native 4K. So if you were affected by that in any way, because somehow you could notice upscaling of 4K and native 4K whilst you're streaming, you're allowed to sue them, basically. Because they kind of claimed Destiny and Doom basically were claiming that they could do native 4K when it wasn't streamed at native 4K.
Yeah,
So-
which is a bit of a,
Bit of a dodgy-
marketing,
Yeah.
illegal marketing strategy because it's false information.
There was also going on Stadia. Stadia had an issue where one of their games, Journey to the Savage Planet, because they shut down all their internal game studios at the time, Journey to the Savage Planet was having tech issues, and they
Right.
shut down all their studios, and they just bought the studio that made the game. So they had to go. They went, "Oh, we need this game fixed because it's on our platform, but we shut down the studio." So they went to they went to the developer of the thing who originally owned it, and they went, "No, you fix it. You caused this." So Google had to spend like 14 days trying to fix the game because they fired all of the developers on the game.
Wow.
So they yeah.
So, very
So
stupid.
Stadia is going well, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gone.
going-
Stadia's gone. It's down in the same place as Anthem.
Yeah. Well, they're still trying to sell it.
It's going to be in the video game graveyard.
No, just Google Graveyard,
The
not video
Google
game.
graveyard.
Just the Google
The many,
Graveyard.
many failed projects that they've had.
Yeah.
I would dread to be a startup company being bought by Google because eventually you're just going to be dead.
Well, I was gonna mention. I might have. I don't know if you've got it in Weekly Weird or whatever. Weird, wacky, wonderful.
Probably not.
But Google is suing. Not suing, but they are like going very hard at a bunch of YouTubers who strapped a paintball gun to their Spot dog, their little dog
Right.
robot,
Yeah.
because it's basically going, well, look how easy it is for people to manually control this dog with a gun attached to it. And they're like, we don't want people knowing that this is an option. And it also really didn't help that there was a video going around of like a police department in the USA using the Spot dog as like a patrol dog.
Oh,
So
dear.
at the same time as this video going public as like a sort of, they let members of the public take control of the Spot dog in a room, and they had a
Yeah.
paintball gun strapped to it, and you could fire the paintball gun and just
Wow.
have the Spot dog run around. And Google was like, stop that. Boston Dynamics, we don't support this. We don't want people knowing that you can strap a gun to this and walk around and just have
Yeah.
it shoot.
It's not like, you know,
using-
it's a potential terrorism threat.
Yeah.
On stilts.
So it's not a good day for not a good week for Google.
Nah, you know, terrorism threats and losing Stadia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was a paintball gun. But it was just like, if it's easy to put a paintball gun, how easy is it to put an actual gun on there?
Yeah, I think that's the point of the.
Yeah, I know the point. But yeah, Google is having a grand old day. It's having a good old day, and Bungie's having a good old day getting sued. And its software has recently come out and said that there was the potential that a female Doomslayer could have appeared in Doom Eternal. And a lot of baby boys went, why is there a woman coming into our male-oriented gun-slaying douche?
I've never actually played Doom, and I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if it's a woman or a man.
It's a character.
Just make it interesting and make the game. Like, they apparently also said that they would have made the mechanics different, so it would actually be more interesting to play if you wanted it. Because it would have different skills and stuff, so it's not the same character and you're just a skin and it's just a woman. It would actually be like a fully fledged thing. So,
Only thing I
If
would
they-
complain about, if you go from game to game and then just randomly change the character.
well, I'm sure they'd make a point of making it actually relevant and actually
Yeah,
implementing
yeah.
it.
I mean, I don't care about the gender.
It's not
still
like
just changing the
it's not
character.
like Shadow of Mordor where all it is a reskin. Like if you play Shadow of Mordor, there's an option to play as a female character, but all of the characters in the dialogue still refer to it as a man. It's just a female reskin.
Oh, wow.
Like yeah. Like
That's,
none of the characters like interact with you as a different player. It's just they just talk to you as if you were still a man.
I think that's
So-
pretty bad.
But this was ages ago. This was before like all of the internet and everything went mad about this sort of thing.
It's before the
But-
gender equality stuff came out to play.
Yeah, before the world got good again, like more accepting,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's all good, you know,
Yeah.
being a
This was where studios were just like, well, if we just put a woman in there and we don't change anything, women will play the games. Not realizing that you got to make it more than just a skin. Like
yeah.
at least I'll give Assassin's Creed credit. At least they make the female characters like interesting when they have a female and a male version.
I
'cause
don't
they do
know. I've never played it. I can't tell you about that one.
Like the one in London has different skill sets than the male version, and the Vikings seem to do different things in Valhalla. So, and the Egyptian and the different characters can, I think, romantically involve themselves with different characters based on what they're. So it's like if you talk to a female, you can actually have female on female love interests, or female
Huh.
male, or male male. So Like, I'll give them credit.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's just a female Doomslayer shooting people in the face with a shotgun. What more do you want? It's fine.
Well,
Don't get
people
pissy
want
about it.
balls. That's what they want.
Yeah,
But
could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to talk about tech time?
yeah, let's go to tech time. It kind of threw me off that one. So tech time. This is the topic section where we go through the tech news of the week. The first one, there's a black-footed ferret has been cloned, a first of a U.S. endangered species. Surely
Yeah, this
this
is pretty-
poses ethical issues.
Maybe. I mean, it's kind of cool. We actually get cloning. Like, we've had cloning before. We had that
Yeah, but
Dolly
it's
the sheep.
bad. They shouldn't do it.
No, it's good. If you can save an endangered species because we fucking hunted it to the ground. Like, you imagine cloning a rhino. Like, you could save rhinos, Dan.
Yeah, but they're not going to fix it.
Yeah,
There's so many complications you could do to this. Like, there's reasons why we don't do cloning.
No, the reason we don't do cloning is because people don't want you to do cloning. We
Well,
should
yes.
do... Nah, this is fine. You could save your... If your dog died, would you not want it cloned? Bring
No,
it back. Why not?
because you shouldn't clone animals. Like, it doesn't work.
Nah.
Like,
It does, clearly. Clearly
What's
it
her
works.
name? Dolly the sheep?
Yeah,
Hey,
died.
It died like 10 years old. Like, had loads of health conditions. It was really bad. It had a poor life.
Yeah, well, we might have fixed this problem. I don't
Also, if you
know.
clone
I
it,
think
it's not the same dog.
No,
not
I
the
know
same
it's not.
animal.
It's genetically the same. It's just not
Yeah.
emotionally the same.
Well, a
Like, you
different
don't
brain.
have... Yeah, well,
Cloning's not supposed to happen. It shouldn't be done.
I think it's cool though. I think it will become normal, but it won't be.
I really hope
it-
not.
I don't think we'll use it for like pets. We'll use it to clone hearts.
I
so
suppose
that we can
I-
do transpets.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's already kind of happening. But that's not
Yeah.
cloning as such. That is just...
Yeah, but we'll grow full humans
Yeah.
to harvest their organs.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not,
what
that's not what it
that's
is.
what we that's what
That's
we're gonna
not-
start doing. That's what
not
you're
what it
worried.
is. No,
That's what we're gonna do.
they grow your own organs. They take some genetics from you, and then they will grow your own organs from you.
I like the world where we do what's the movie? It's got Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson in it, and they're like on an island, and they're grown to be genetic body parts for rich versions of themselves.
I don't
And-
know this. What the hell? It sounds really creepy.
It's made by Michael Bay.
Sounds
It's-
terrifying. That kind of creeps me
Yeah,
out.
it's got like Ewan McGregor in it, Scarlett Johansson. They're on like a island, and then they break free of the island, and then they go to the real go to New York or whatever it is, like a real place, and they find the Ewan McGregor's genetic clone, and he's like a rich man, and it's found out that the reason they're on the island is they're a clone, and they're grown to be body part replacements for the rich dude, so that when he has like organ failure, he can just take the organs from
Why
that
is
guy.
he on the island?
No, it's a clone.
Why is
So
it
it's
an
a clone
island?
because it's the cloning island, not the
Oh.
rich guy. They break free from the island.
Yeah, I know. Oh, so it's not just like a desert island. It's just an island.
No,
like
no,
a
no.
research
I
lab.
think it's an island. I can't remember. I'm butchering this movie. I think it's called. I think it's called The Island. Let me look it up.
Ah.
Talk about the next thing, Dan. Whilst I look this
Well,
up.
the next thing on the list is scientists are developing anti-solar panels that could generate power all night. This sounds so strange. This sounds like the most stupidest clickbait title I think I've ever heard in my life.
What is it?
Well,
Scientists
anti-solar
def-
panels. It's like, what?
Oh, it's just because it's just so that they can work at night, basically. It's just because the biggest problem is that if you sun goes down, you don't get solar. Like these are just basically solar because technically this moonlight is the sun still, but this is just that they'll get a better like reception at night.
reception at night. That doesn't work.
Well-
Those words don't work.
Anyway, the movie is called The Island, and it's a 2005 film directed by Michael Bay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you have facts
a-
right then.
A futuristic thriller about a contained, seemingly utopian facility in the mid-21st century. The residents hope to be chosen to go to the island, the last uncontaminated place on the Earth. But when the one inhabitant discovers that there are sinister forces at work, he and a female friend make a daring escape. It was an alright movie when I watched it.
Seems very
Yeah, anyway. Anti-solar panels.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you care?
I
Do you
mean,
think
it's
that's
cool.
useful-
It's definitely a cool
It's a
thing.
more useful
I hate
thing,
that-
especially
I hate
in
they called it
Britain.
this.
Especially in Britain, where it's dark all the time in the summer. No, winter.
In Britain, it makes much more sense to have wind power. Doesn't make sense to have solar panel already.
Yeah,
We can generate a lot more wind. Also,
And dams.
a lot of people say about this stuff is happening to the planet. The problem with it is it's still really bad for the planet, all these like solar panels and stuff, because they only last for a certain amount of time, and you can't dispose of them.
Yeah, but it's better than coal.
That is true. It's definitely better than coal. But I'm talking
Like
about
that's not the point. Is the point? It's bad, but it's not as bad as the thing we're currently using that's going to run out, and we have no structure for when it does. Run
yeah,
out.
it's just something to replace in it.
So it's just something to replace it. It's like technically nuclear power is the best one, but everyone's scared of that because of explosions.
Yeah, nuclear fusion created a black hole.
Yeah, the Large Hadron Collider. Look at our latest TBO.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, interesting. Do you want to talk about Elon Musk losing 15 billion in one day after he tweeted about Bitcoin?
Is this after he bought loads of Bitcoin?
Yeah, so he bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and then a day later he tweeted that Bitcoin looks to be going up, and then Bitcoin tanked, and he lost 15 billion.
That man has too much money.
Yeah, and he lost the richest man position. So Jeff Bezos regained his richest man status.
Just because he lost 15 billion to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Well, he was only like 2 billion more than Jeff
yeah.
Bezos. So still ridiculous amounts of money that these people are just playing with, and those that could all
Sure,
go
that money
to...
just gone nowhere.
Yeah, well, it was Tesla's stock, so he lost. It was Tesla that lost the stocks because he put Tesla's 1.5 billion into it, and then
What's this man doing with Tesla stock?
no, he's rich. He doesn't care.
Oh,
He just gets to spend money. Why would he not?
Imagine
want to?
that, losing 15 billion and just not caring.
I'm sure he cares, but it's just like, oh, I'm still rich. I'll make that back in a day. I'm sure he's made it back by now already, because it's like, it's whatever. GameStop's going back up again, so why would this not go back up?
Good old GameStop stocks. And next one on the list is HP is to acquire HyperX for 425 million, which is a bit of an unusual acquisition, I think.
Well, yeah, I think it's because HP own a gaming laptop and PC division, and then HyperX is like peripherals, so it's like gaming peripherals. So I'm sure they're just going to bundle them in with their like gaming PC stuff.
I think HyperX do have some good stuff.
I've never really bought. I think their headphones are good from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think
just don't think they're. I don't think they're like mice and keyboards and stuff are that great.
No,
from what I've seen.
More of a mid-range kind of set of stuff.
Well, so is HP, to be honest. So it's
well, apart from HP's business, HP make most money from the business side of things.
Yeah, they own Omen as well, I think.
HP got a lot of money for businesses. Like all my work PCs are HP.
Yeah, because it's like reliable stuff.
I think my laptop's HP as well. Fun fact. There you go.
But yeah, 425 million buckaroos is how much it's going to go for if they can get it done. And I mean, why not? Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bit of a strange acquisition, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, could be worse. We could have...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we could just have whatever. Why not?
Well,
let's go on to Google Pixel. Google Pixel. There's a potential Google Pixel foldable phone in the works. So Google's stepping into the foldable phone market, and I mean, why not? Foldable phones are the future, baby.
I still don't think they are. I don't see the point of them.
I like
them.
them.
Cool. Don't get me wrong. They're really cool, but I don't see the point. They don't.
Because Dan, if you want to have a small phone and then you open it up to a big tablet, and then you don't need to buy a tablet.
But I don't see why that's useful. Because at the end of the day, I have a laptop which I can use as a tablet.
Yeah, but more people don't use... Like, you look at the actual current trends of, like, the average person. Not just you, Dan.
I know.
The average person uses tablets more than they use laptops. More people buy, like, Chromebooks and stuff that aren't laptops, but are, like, tablets with keyboards, than they actually do laptops.
Yeah.
Because it's the convenience of Android.
2-in-1 laptops are cool.
Yeah, but more people are going for, like, tablets. Like, you think of how big Apple's iPad market is.
That is true. Apple iPads actually probably some of the best tablets.
Yeah.
Not just people...
But like even like the Microsoft Surfaces, where they're like tablet, keyboard, like laptop style things, all in one. Like the foldable, the tablet market is going to replace the laptop market, I imagine, or they'll combine into one sort of thing.
Oh, I think it's already happening. Like,
yeah,
the 2-in-1 laptops are selling really well now.
But once that happens, Yeah, but once that happens, you'll then go, well, why not have all of it combined into one? Have a phone that is as powerful, and you want to make it as
You won't
small
get a
as
phone
possible.
as powerful though.
You could, though.
You
Dan,
won't.
We said we wouldn't get a phone this powerful in this modern day and age.
Well, you might
Like,
get a phone.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
it-
just
You
it
can.
won't.
It will.
It
You
won't.
can never underestimate how the power of tech will evolve. Like, but if you're curious about getting a foldable phone, like I am, Samsung is now offering a 100-day free, not free trial, but a 100-day trial to test it out, see if you like it, and then if you don't like it, you can just give it back. You still have to pay for it.
Fair enough. I mean, you could buy it.
Yeah, but you get 100 days to like trial it out, and then if you want to keep it, you can then continue paying the money, or if you don't, you just give it back, and then you don't have to be on a contract.
Once again, I don't see the point of foldable phones. That's a cool
I will
thing.
be. I'm getting one. Once the Fold 3 comes out, I'm going to get that.
I've still got my Galaxy S9, my trusty S9. The battery is completely dead in it, but you know.
Yeah, and they don't have the S7 pop out the battery anymore, where you can just replace it.
S7?
Yeah, S7 you could pop out the battery.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, you could.
We couldn't S6.
No, maybe it was the 5. I can't remember.
I think it was 5
I've
you're
had
talking about. Because S6 onwards all had glass back.
Yeah. No, it is the 5. You're right. I missed that day. I had to
Actually,
replace the
don't you
battery
think
so many
the 5
times.
you could replace, was it? It was the 4.
No, 5. No, 5 you could.
Okay, I wasn't
I
sure.
had the 5, 7, 9, and then 21. I upgrade every 2 years.
Wait, have you had
I'm
S20?
sad. Yeah, S20. Whoops. It's because the 21's out, and I just keep seeing the 21, and I'm just like, 21.
Yeah, because you went 1020.
Yeah, it's stupid. I hate that. They just did Apple's plan of just
No,
skipping
they
over
wanted to
11.
change it so it's the same as the year, but it only makes sense to do it from 10 to 20.
Yeah, but they also just didn't want to do 11 because no one wants 11.
No.
No one likes the number 11. It's just dumb. But yeah, anyway, that's the foldable tech news segment's done.
Yeah, and time to go on to the weird, wacky, wonderful world. I only have 3 topics for you this evening. The
You
first
wanted this to be
of which is a man caught on camera breaking into Australian Museum, and he takes the selfies with the dinosaurs showing his face.
Yeah.
Apparently he broke in because it was social distancing. And he can't get in.
okay.
So yeah, he just
Shouldn't
walked
be
in just so he could take selfies, basically.
shouldn't be that close to dinosaurs. Could get COVID on them.
I know. It's a very weird thing to do.
Yeah, I don't like dinosaurs that much to go and break in and try and take a photo. Like you could just
Yeah, go on.
would you break in?
No, I'm not interested in dinosaurs. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm more interested about space and the death of the universe.
Have you heard the theory that dinosaurs are from space?
That's a stupid theory.
No, because it's the asteroid that hit the Earth, like that created the Earth, carried the genetic DNA of dinosaurs that then went into the Earth.
But
It's
there's
a long-
several other life forms before dinosaurs.
Yeah, but the genetic lifeblood came from that, and then that was alien life that landed on Earth and then created life, and then
Well, yeah, but that's just alien life created. Like, from-
everything.
Yeah.
So everything is but that's the fit. Well, whatever.
There's many theories, but no one knows.
Dinosaurs. Dinosaur
Dinosaurs.
selfies.
Yeah, there's not really much more else to it apart from just breaking in and taking selfies.
Which
with dinosaurs.
dinosaur would you take a selfie with? Would you go generic T-Rex?
this guy did a T-Rex.
Stegosaurus.
I only
I'm trying to
know
think.
like 3 dinosaurs, so let's go T-Rex.
I only know Stegosaurus because of Asdis movie. I am a Stegosaurus. And then T-Rex because T-Rexes are cool. And then the one with spikes on its, like the spiky tail ball.
There's Triceratops as well.
Yeah, and then
Isn't Stegosaurus
Pterodactyls.
the one with spikes on the back?
oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. Whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah, the next
Let's
one
stop
is,
talking about
apparently
dinosaurs.
Wax celebrity statues mingling with the guests at a New York steakhouse. They've made a wax museum of like pandemic and stuff in a steakhouse.
Cool. Stop trying to get restaurants to open in a pandemic. It's not gonna happen.
It's so weird, these photos. They've just got pictures of like people with like 1920s outfits in a steakhouse.
I remember the early days of the pandemic in like the early 2020s. Remember how long ago that was, Dan?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a year ago. It was, but there were restaurants that were putting sex dolls in places so that the people would separate.
I did not know that.
It was to space people out. They put sex dolls in between like seats to space people out so they weren't sitting next to each other. That was their solution to COVID. in the early days of 2020.
And the final topic I have, I've got access to. I've only got access to the title of it because of US.
So you're one of those people, Dan. You're one of those who only reads the headline.
No, I can't.
Doesn't read the article.
I clicked the article and it says, "Sorry, this content is not available in your region."
That's your excuse?
Yeah, it's my excuse, and it's a very
You
valid
don't have
excuse.
a VPN?
I do, but I don't have access.
You don't want to turn on...
I can't talk to you, and I can't do this podcast, and I can't actually look at all the other things.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
Anyway, the headline from the US, by the way, says a nutritionist says pizza is better for breakfast than most cereals.
I agree.
I don't agree. That sounds dumb.
Have you never had a hangover and woken up and just had a pizza in your fridge from the last night, and you go and wake up and microwave it and eat it again? It's the best in...
Well, I thought I used to get hangovers from drinking. It turns out I didn't. I just get hangovers from going to bed late.
I've never had a hangover.
I mean, because I get headaches, right? And I thought it was a hangover. But if one day I went to bed like 2 a.m, and then
It's dehydration.
And the next day I
You're
just had a
probably
massive
dehydrated.
headache, but I didn't drink anything. I was like, oh.
You were probably dehydrated.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I don't actually get hangovers, and I've never been drunk.
Well, a hangover is just your body like getting dehydrated. So it's literally what causes them.
Yeah.
And I've never had one because I always stay hydrated when I drink because I'm responsible.
That's what I try to do as well.
Also, I don't drink that much, and even though I drink very rarely, I still manage to not get hangovers even if I drink massive amounts of alcohol when I do drink.
Yeah, I'm very weird when I drink. It can be those situations. Most of my can't drink, I just get massive cramps in my stomach. Literally, it's so painful. It was like I've been punched in the stomach when I drink. It's so bad. That's why I don't do it anymore. I only do it when I have like loads of peer pressure around me, and even then I try just to avoid it.
Yeah, it's fun when people don't let you have an actual standard of living, and you go, I don't drink. Why not? Because I don't want to be you. It's basically my response to people is like, I don't want to have to only have fun drinking. Like, it seems dumb to me. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on Friday for TBO, which is WandaVision.
Yes, it is. WandaVision's coming out.
Yeah, also, I should probably state that we're going to do it on our YouTube channel. I'm going to release 2 episodes of WandaVision a day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you'll get episodes 1 to 8. And then on Friday, all episode 9, and then every episode tied into one will come out on the podcast feed.
Yeah, and it'll be
so
very
if you want to watch,
one. Just a warning.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying if you want to listen to them individually on the YouTube channel, you can. We'll plug the YouTube link is in the description.
Do you have a current estimate of how long the episode's going to be?
2 hours plus.
There you go. It's basically movie length of a movie.
Actually, almost as long as Justice League. Basically, it's probably going to be
probably more interesting than Justice League.
Yeah, you might because it's going to be on something that's actually interesting. We might do a commentary on Justice League if it ever comes out.
No, we're not.
But yeah, we'll see you on Friday for WandaVision. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed. It's time for us to stop plugging shit. Dan, do you want to hit us off?
So check me out at twitch.tv/whereitsaboutTime and check Danny out at twitch.tv/Frankenstein.
You can also check me out at Frankenstein on Twitter and Frankenstein Gaming at YouTube. And if you want to know how to spell it, it's FrankComstein. And if you want to send in comments or emails, you can email at us at tfepod@gmail.com. And also leave a review, like, comment, subscribe, and if you want more.
Excellent.
Is that about it, Dan?
Yeah, that's it.
Lovely. We'll see you next week. Bye. Peace out, bitches.